Hey guys, hope you're all having a great weekend, because Activision's exploding, or I guess imploding at this point. I had no intention of making a Call of Duty video today, but here we are. So, in case you guys haven't seen it, Charlie Intel, who is a huge reputable source for Call of Duty news, just tweeted out a little bit ago talking about some stuff going on with the next Call of Duty games, with Black Ops 4, and it's pretty crazy. So their source is Kotaku, which, as much as I don't like that site, they do have some pretty damn good investigative journalists. Jason Schreier, as big of a douchebag as he is, does have a lot of connections. He knows his shit, and he gets a lot of insider information with all his various sources and his journalistic work. So gotta put some respect on that name there. And they're reporting that Call of Duty 2020, so not Modern Warfare 4 that's coming out this year, but the next game is actually going to be a Treyarch game, and that they're making the next Black Ops game. Apparently, it was so much of a mess that Raven and Sledgehammer were working together on, the next game, Call of Duty 2020, and Activision decided to take them off of the lead of the project and put Treyarch on it. So they're basically going back to a 2-year cycle, at least for this next upcoming year, and they are going to be making the next Black Ops game. Apparently, according to their sources, they were working on a Cold War themed campaign, which essentially is being retrofitted to be the Black Ops 5 campaign. So they're just gonna rework it a little bit and make it fit in with the Black Ops universe. And they're going to basically have that be the campaign, while Treyarch and everything is going to be working up what I assume is going to be the zombies mode and the multiplayer. That's crazy. That is so crazy. They say the game was a mess, and then Activision just didn't want them, they just made the decision to take them off of the lead of the game. There's apparently a major tension between Raven and Sledgehammer. I don't know what that could be about, but that's definitely pretty crazy. Apparently, as well, they also report that there's losing a lot of developers over there. That a lot of the developers have been getting recruited to work at Condri's new studio, which is pretty crazy. I mean, that's pretty much exactly the situation we saw in 2010 with Modern Warfare 2 and Infinity Ward devs leaving to go join Respawn. And that's essentially just a repeat of that same situation. And we saw how big of a hit that was. How much damage that did to Modern Warfare 3 and to Modern Warfare 2's lifespan as well, not getting any updates or DLC really. So definitely sucks to see that happen, especially again with all that. But just going through these posts, I mean, it's just nutty to see. I did not expect Activision to just implode like this in the middle in the morning. I just woke up and, oh shit, well, here we go again, right? Apparently as well, this isn't really having to do anything with the Black Ops 5 situation, but Kotaku is also reporting that Activision executives are discussing including a free-to-play component for this year's Modern Warfare 4, which is very interesting as well. I know we've briefly talked about things such as a free seasons pass or free maps and stuff like that. Maybe that's what they're alluding to, or maybe they're discussing, launching the game as separate components, so multiplayer is free and then you pay for the Spec Ops and the campaign separately. I don't know exactly what they're implying with that, but that'd be interesting to see what happens there. And Kotaku does say that as they get more information, they're going to be releasing more articles, even talking about a bit of the Black Ops 4 struggles that they went through development. But I gotta say, I'm worried about Black Ops 5, man, or whatever the game ends up being called, 2020's COD. I'm worried about it because Black Ops 4 had a full 3-year development cycle, and they could barely make any content in that time. Black Ops 4 launched with less content than Black Ops 2 had, and it was just pretty nuts all around. I mean, yeah, they had Blackout, that's a big saving grace. I still think Blackout is the best Battle Royale experience on the market, hands down, but Blackout doesn't excuse the neglect that these other modes have gotten. Zombies, especially, has been getting no love from the developers. Hardly any updates, hardly any new content. A couple maps here and there, which is great, awesome, but the core experience of Zombies hasn't been changing much, and the game is so built heavily around not incentivizing you to play Zombies, it's ridiculous. I used to be the kind of guy who would play Zombies every single day back in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 and World at War. Not as much of Black Ops 3 until the end of the lifespan of the game. So like when Zombies Chronicles came out, then I was zombies every day, no multiplayer, just zombies. But this game's whole loot system and reward system, it only rewards you for playing Blackout and multiplayer. You don't get tier progression in zombies outside of the daily challenges. And that's just not enough to incentivize. You know, it just isn't enough. You know, it's hard enough. You know, you're maximum only able to get 2 tiers per day in zombies, whereas I can play all day in Blackout and get 5 tiers, you know, in an afternoon, or you know, multiplayer. It takes a little longer multiplayer with the lobbies and everything, and how, you know, mid-match progression and stuff like that works. So a little more time in multiplayer, but I can still knock out a few tiers in a day in multiplayer. But they just don't incentivize playing zombies, and there's so many issues with Black Ops 4's monetization and stuff. And apparently these studios are having a bit of a bickering thing going on here, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but that might explain a bit of the situation of Black Ops 4 and its development. Like I said, Kotaku is going to be letting us know when they get more info, so I'll let you know here, of course, once that's all out in the open. But that's nuts. That is so crazy, and it sucks to see. Yeah, I really like Call of Duty, honestly. I do. I know everyone shits on it, but it's something I play a lot, and I have a lot of fun with it. So I want it to be good. I don't want it to be bad. I have a lot of faith in Infinity Ward Modern Warfare 4, as misplaced as that faith may be. But I gotta say, I don't have any faith for Black Ops 5. Whatever the next Treyarch game's gonna be, I'm not sure if I trust it yet. I'm not sure I'm there yet. I really like Black Ops 4, love Blackout so much, but they've just been dropping the ball on so many aspects of this game that I'm not really certain I trust them with having a year less development and you know, being able to put out a quality release. So, you know, we'll see. Hopefully Modern Warfare 4 lives up to expectations here. Infinity Ward's made 3 bad games in a row, so I'm not sure why I trust them, but for some reason I do. I'm crazy like that. So, you know, what I would do, if the game really is that much of a mess, well, what I would do is I would just push it back. You know, Activision just never delays things. I don't understand why they don't do this. Just delay the game. Maybe just push back everything a year, and instead of releasing a new game in 2020, do like a remake. Do Black Ops 2 Remastered or something. You know, that'd make a ton of people happy. It would give the teams more time to work on their game. And people would buy Black Ops 2 Remastered. I mean, you'd still make a shit ton of money, so it's not like you're losing out on the revenue of making a new Call of Duty game. You know, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think you have plenty of time if you started working on it like right now to, you know, crank out Black Ops 2 Remastered, have Raven and Sledgehammer or Treyarch, have Treyarch do it, or, you know, somebody. Vicarious Visions, for fuck's sake. I don't know. Just have somebody just take some time out, give Sledgehammer and Raven more time to make the game, and then, you know, push it back a year. Don't release it in 2020. Release it in their new game in 2021 instead, or whatever. I just don't understand why Activision just doesn't ever think like, hey, we're having troubles, let's delay the game. Instead, they're just like, no, let's just fuck everything up. Anyways, I don't work at Activision, so I guess nothing I say here matters, but let me know what you guys think. You know, are you still excited for Call of Duty, or are you kind of waiting off like a lot of the other people are? I really hope that it can be good and not, you know, have so many struggles. I don't know what it is. Call of Duty's just got this curse, apparently. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay classy, guys.